All right. All right. Live. Howdy, everybody. Boom. All right. Tonight, got some fine Scottish iced tea. This is Scottish iced tea. They make it with malt. Maybe. I don't know how they make iced tea in Scotland, but this is iced tea in a Glenmorangie 18 bottle. And you guys feel free to drink what you'd like. I'm just going to drink some of this and then use the bottle to stop my screen. What's up? Are you watching me live, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Yeah, but it's paused. Hello, Dad. It's paused. You're paused. There's two of you.
I know.
Yeah, it's paused.
18 bottle. It's going to get feedback, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, high five. Hit the sack. I'll see you tomorrow. You can watch me up in bed. There you go. All right. So, thank you guys for joining me. Oh, Dee's here. But yeah, the hat is not for a bad haircut or anything like that. I just realized today that my hair is too long to spike because it's like out here and everything, but it's not long enough to go like Razor Ramon yet, you know, where you just slick it back and you got those lines of hair. So I decided Cowboy hat. Old Town Road, absolutely. I was just out near there tonight. I was just out in the Hamptons and I made myself over here. Yeah, check out my son's YouTube channel. I should probably put a link to it in the description, but he's just type in like Ryan Reed's Goodnight Moon or something like that, and it'll pop up. This iced tea here. That's the tea. That's the ice. Yeah. The sign situation. No, waiting on that guy. I'm really annoyed with that sign. I'm thinking about making Gotham Dream Cars shirts with a big S on it, and maybe the guy will get the hint. Who knows? But or maybe Super Speeder shirts with a big S. But I hope everybody is doing well tonight. I am like really surprised. I didn't realize today was Friday, and then I was like, "Oh crap, it's Friday already." Let's see. I got my speakers in. Oh boy, did I shot a video today. I think I'm getting boned by a guy who was selling me that Bentley seat ECU. But you'll see that when I put that up. All right. Carson Brindle has a question. He says, "Hey Rob, how much do you think coronavirus has inflated resale values of 2020 C8? Seems crazy to me how high the values are right now." I don't think. I mean, you're looking at a lot of people shooting for the moon, and I don't think that they're actually trading at the like 110, 20 range. I'd be surprised if they are moving at that. I wonder that if you guys look up the car that I had. Oh, your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. I don't know if you guys are catching me or not, but it says I got an unstable connection, and I hope you guys are hearing me. But yeah, I don't think the value of the 2020s. This is very, very temporary till the other cars start coming out. I think maybe a couple grand over, a nickel over. I think is a okay price that people will pay for a sub $100,000 car. Maybe 10 grand over, but they're not selling for 30, 40, 50,000 over. I can't imagine any of them are moving at that. It's not worth it. It's really not a $125,000 car yet. Let's see. How's the Corvette come by of my abilities, right? So I'm to the point where I don't think that I can further diagnose beyond where I'm at. So I thought I figured out the cycling issue. I got back in there and then started cycling again. AEM sent me the wiring schematics. I'm trying to figure out how to read voltage, and I'm not having the luck that I thought I would have. So I can get somebody in there that knows what they're doing. And then once we get the car running right, then I can start chopping more stuff out. But I've got the fabrication I need on the header on the one side, and I got to put the new turbo on. I've got to retune it. I got a handful of things to do. I've got LG Motorsports is sending me over the new valve covers and the new breathing system for the blow by the catch can. And then I'm going to relocate the coil pack. So there's a bunch going on with it, but I do want to get it done soon. I've got my new speaker in. Ludwig sent me a speaker from Canada, and I'm waiting on Cosmo to bring me back the transmission ECU from my Ferrari so I can get it started, and then see if I can get that sorted out. Little things on that car that I got to take care of, but all easy stuff. NSX, I got a check engine light. The check engine light was like a P706 or something like that, which means the ECU is not performing optimally, and that was based off of the it says like a check grounds and everything like that, and then I saw that terminal, the negative terminal on the battery is like very loose. Like literally I can pull it off just by going like that. So I'm going to put a new terminal end on the NSX. The Supra, I've got Finish Line Factory sending me a new 90 and braided line for the fuel line. That should get the Supra resolved. Then I'll do the detail on the NSX, detail on the Supra, bring the Supra back over to the shop, park that thing for a minute. Then I've got Ferrari, Supra, Corvette. The truck is going over to Jay's garage. I'm waiting for him to give me a quote for painting the cab. And then I've got Jeff Marlowe out in Pennsylvania is going to be doing wrapping, and he's going to wrap the whole thing. So we'll have Speed Force 1 done. About that. Bergen Diesel is going to be getting that smoke issue resolved. Hold on 1 second. Before I forget, because I don't want to forget. There it is. Any update. So I can get that thing running. I think I'm going to be using that more this year. Hopefully that the tracks start opening up and everything like that. But then, because I'm going to need my truck to get my Corvette down for phase 2, which is the new turbo and new dyno coming up. So that's what I got there. Let me see what I got here. Jeff, what is it? Eucalyptus? Eucalyptus smells nice. Hey, Rob, if you remember from the last week, I had the 2011 Fiesta electrical problems. Got it figured out, and I'm now having several victory drinks. You know what? Good way to start it off. Thank you, Jeff. Glad to hear. Let's see. You tried to find his channel, cannot find it. It's Ryan's Toy World, but there's this like super famous Ryan kid on YouTube. And he's got like 20 million subscribers. So he swamps and dwarfs my kid's account if you try to find it. But if you type in like Ryan Reed's Goodnight Central Park or Ryan Reed's Goodnight Moon, you got it. Let's see what we got. But congratulations, Jeff. That's good to hear. So it's like, especially with electrical issues, when you get that stuff sorted, you feel like $1 million. Let's see. Hey, Rob. This is William Olmeyer. Hey, Rob. I'm tired of breaking my knuckles on the TR8. I thought I'd come back and ask you your thoughts on the Morgan Aero 8. You have such weird taste in cars, my man. It's almost like, like you got a very unique taste in cars. I don't really like the Morgans, honestly. I don't think they make very good cars. I think there's just Jerry said, I see Jerry on here. He's renting the AMG GT right now. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Jerry. It is an awesome car, and the weather sucked so far, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. let's see. The Morgan Aero 8. I don't think there's any Morgan I can recommend. You got to get away from like the British cars. I just don't think and even the McLarens. I just don't think there's anything really worth doing. Andreas, greetings from Germany. Cheers to you. I'm hoping somebody changes their mind. So I made 2 reservations for Oktoberfest in Munich, one through the Lowenbrow, one through Hofbrau. Lowenbrow sent me the thing like, hey, guess what? It's canceled. And they put in the news that it was canceled, but Hofbrau sent me a confirmation. Could be automated, who knows, but I haven't canceled my flights yet. What was your first car? My first car was a 1988 Pontiac Bonneville. I just tried buying one the other day just for a video. And twofold. One, I've only found 2. It's like my car has been erased from the planet. It was that crappy that like after a while people just scrap them. And an 88 Pontiac Bonneville was nothing impressive in any way, shape, or form. There's no historical significance. Nobody parked them in a barn for it to be found. Those are making their way through the cycle of shouldn't be here on the planet anymore. And I'm just trying to grab one before they're all gone. And I found one, and the guy was like, $1,000, but $800 if I can take the sound system out of it. I'm like, dude, take whatever you want out of it. As long as the thing drives, I'll give you $500 for it. And because I remember I sold mine like probably 20 years ago for like $1,500. So for these guys 20 years later to be asking anything over $500 when they're essentially worthless, I think that's a stretch. So I've got that guy, offered him $500. He came back like a couple of days later. I got $1,200 for it. I was like, good for you. Like, that doesn't mean the thing's worth $1,200. You can get whatever you want. And I found another one. The guy had it, but he needed me to like come pick it up the next day. He needed cash to pay his rent or something like that. And I just like I can send you money. He's like, I don't have a bank account. I'm like, well, then I can't really do anything for you. So if I can't even send money, I can send money to a friend of yours and they can withdraw it and give it to you, and then you just hold it for me, whatever you want to do. But I can't work with you if you don't have a freaking bank account. Let's see. Streaming the same time as Mike Finnegan is a ballsy move, Rob. Love your stuff. Another $500 car challenge. Yeah, we're gonna do a $500 car challenge once everything opens back up. I've got a bunch of videos I want to get to. I don't keep up with Mike Finnegan's upload schedule or anything like that, so I don't know. Every Friday I like to pour a drink, meet you guys, and chill out for a little bit, you know. Let's see. Ryan, are you not going up to bed?
No, I'm waiting for you.
You're waiting for me? I'm going to be on here for a while. I got people I'm talking to. There you go. You got recalled by Mom.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah, I've got the $500 car challenge. I got a couple of different series. I got to really hire like Jimbo replacements. What are you doing back there, Rye?
I'm looking for my airplanes.
Your airplanes? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
When I get my Jimbo replacements in, we can start cranking out with the content. But on the list of things to do. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to post on Instagram. My bad. 1 second. I'll be right with you guys. Story. Oh, you can see my phone when I do it this way, huh? Guess what? I'm live on Instagram, and you can see me that way. But check it out. I put a link in my profile. I didn't do a swipe up. Link in the profile. Guess what? All right. That's taken care of. I'll get back to him. But yeah, so I was it's my kids going into 3rd grade next year, and they're doing instrument selections in the one school. And
Instruments. You said instruments?
no, put them away.
Instruments.
Good night.
Good night.
They're doing instrument selection. That reminded me of when I was younger. I went to Selzer School in up to 6th grade in Dumont, and I was in the band. I played the trumpet, and I think I was pretty good. It was like throughout like high school and everything like that. I was first trumpet, you first or second trumpet, and the whole thing was like, I remember like vivid memories. Like I was good at trumpet, but I didn't like the performances. When for some reason I felt like I was in the stadium when everyone was there. If I was second trumpet, it was cool. I could back up the main guy. But when I was first trumpet, I remember a concert and I was just like complete, like I give up, like not doing this. And like I had some solos and like I could belt them out usually 9 out of 10 times. I nail it. But I got to the point where it was just like solo would come, I just ghosted it. Like here's the trumpet solo, and I'm like, people probably don't know. And then I just started like I just started just blowing in the trumpet, like blah. And so you got this like piece going, and you just got me blah in the back. In the background. I mean, it's not like anyone was recording and it didn't go anywhere, but I just got memories of doing that. And yeah, the trumpet was not in my future. I didn't go to college to play trumpet. I didn't do anything with the trumpet, but I do remember just blurting out random sounds. And I got to apologize. I don't even know who the conductor was at the time, but I do have good memories of that, and that's what I remember of all my musical instrument days. So hopefully my kid goes for like piano. I want my kids to play like piano or guitar, something fun, like that they can make actual music on. And every other instrument where like needs something. I don't know. It's just like a piano. People will sit and watch. I guess you can sort of get away with any instrument, but if you're not performing in a subway, like there's no, maybe Kenny G is the only thing with the saxophone, but otherwise people want guitars or they want pianos. So I'm hoping my kids go in those directions. Hope one of them can sing, and I hope one of them can play the piano. That would be a very nice thing, because I can't do either. Oliver Kovacs, he sent me 400 huffs. Thank you very much. It's actually both my son and daughter's birthday. They're 4 years and 4 days apart. My son is coming up in a few days, and my daughter is 4 days behind. They're turning 8 and 4. Time flies. Carson Brindle has Ryan caught the car bug from Dad. Ryan has a car bed. I've actually been debating what to do with the car bed after we leave and move into the house. He's going to get a bigger bed. So I was thinking about like maybe turning it into an actual car just to drive around the road. Just a complete novelty, but maybe on the go-kart platform. But that's like the Corvette. It's like that streamlined Corvette. Just put like a seat in it and drive that around a little bit. I think that would be fun. But no, he's more of a train guy. Ryan loves trains. Where to go here? I want to make sure I catch everybody. Eric I says, cheers, Rob. Chat. Happy Friday.
You take a farmer.
I look like a farmer. What do you look like?
No farmer.
You don't look like a farmer?
No, I take the milk cart.
A milk cart?
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
I take the little milk cart.
Yeah. Maybe I should start my streams later. People in Europe always say I got to start my streams during the day, but just so it's more on their time. But I like the night owls over in Europe. And you guys should still be shut down, so you're not doing anything. You want to go upstairs?
No.
What are you doing down here?
Eat. I don't know where my dinner is.
It's over by the sink, your pasta.
God.
You have to get a fork, though. This is happening right now. My kid's school still isn't having student council elections, even while being closed. Anyone else? Oh, is still having student council elections. Well, like in New York, New Jersey, and we're very, very like in the middle of it. They've canceled school for the rest of the year. Graduations, proms. Yeah.
I have to try it.
Okay, come on over.
Dad,
Enjoy your pasta.
I have to try bows.
Bow ties, yeah.
Yeah. You know, bow ties have
That's from
something
Sean.
in it.
What does bow ties have in it? Daddy cooked those special for you. How'd I do?
Yep. You mean the bow ties? You made the little fins go away?
I made the little things go away. Yes, it's if I cook it al dente, which is a little bit tougher to eat, the center of the bow doesn't always cook all the way through, so it becomes a little crispy or chewy. And that's the thing that you're talking about in the middle. I cooked it a little bit longer for you today. That's chef's tip right there. Bow ties, I don't know why they take so long to cook. It's like 12 to 14 minutes on a bow tie.
And you to do it tomorrow too.
I'll make more bow ties tomorrow. You got it.
Yeah, with no little fins.
No little things inside. Can I talk to my friends here? Is that okay?
That and you can put some Parmesan cheese.
No Parmesan cheese right now. Just eat your pasta.
But I want Parmesan
I
cheese.
know you want Parmesan cheese. I'm over here talking to people. Is that cool?
I want you to.
Tomorrow you get Parmesan cheese, okay? How's that for a deal?
No, Dad. Mom said I want Parmesan cheese.
Mom said you want Parmesan cheese?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have very much pasta left.
No, I have lots of pasta. We have
I know I'm gonna lose this one.
And 2 left.
I thought I saw some chats come through. I guess I didn't.
Another one, and another one, and another one.
That's a lot of pasta. Give her Parmesan cheese. Mom said so good. I'm with Buddy the farm dog. Don't give it.
Cheese. And Parmesan cheese.
How much Parmesan cheese do you want?
Lots of it.
Lots of Parmesan cheese.
Yes. Let's have a Parmesan cheese pasta.
Time out. I'll be right back.
Dad,
Yeah, I got you.
Dad. Time is out for pasta. Time is going for Parmesan cheese now.
All right, I'm gonna give you Parmesan cheese. All right. Tell me when.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Is that good?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. On this one, a little more. And not yet. And more.
Got a pile of cheese right now.
More. And stop.
Good.
Some more on this one too.
No, just no more. Just take it off the other ones. Thank you, Brandon. Say thank you, Brandon, for my Parmesan cheese.
Thank you, Brandon, for my Parmesan cheese. You're not Brandon.
I'm not Brandon. I'm Daddy. I just made it for you.
Yeah.
Daddy's your waiter.
Dad, you're silly.
Not having shredded cheese in the jar. Shredded cheese in the jar. That's not. This is. I mean, there's not much left of this block, but you need the real Parmesan. You know, the shredded Romano.
This one is the real.
I know. Put it down. Don't touch it.
The real one.
And it's almost done with that. But
Yeah, it was almost done.
leave. Put it down. Eat your pasta. You just wanted Parmesan cheese. I gave you Parmesan cheese.
Dad, I need a fork.
Go get a fork. You know where they are. It is Reggiano. Real stuff all the way, yeah. You need the real, can we see it? You need the real, I don't know what that means. Will I be coming up to Ireland possibly for a road trip? No, we're going to Scotland. We'll be in Scotland October 20th to the 25th or 26th. Susie Rottencrotch, is that a reference from Full Metal Jacket? Hopefully I caught that one. That's that. You guys give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on that one. I don't know if I caught that. Creative spotlight criteria for rental. I shoot a music video with 2 vehicles. Yes. Go pee. I heard him. Come here. Go. The pee will make the part smell better. Okay. Okay, you let me know if you poop, okay? It does smell. Oh, it smells awesome over here. I smell. So I don't know who else is a dad or a parent here, but sometimes.
What on my foot? The pee went on my foot. Dad, the pee went on my foot to keep it smell better.
Live pee. I should try to get on that episode.
My pee is yellow today.
Your pee is yellow? That's good. Thank you. Anything else you want to share?
No.
No? Okay. Thank you.
Yellow pee is not good. Yellow
I look like a drunk Woody. Farm dog, if I can't say no. Best Super Speeders live stream today. This is like daddy daycare right now. It's not the Puma. I don't have any children in my house. Smells so nice. Well, you've got no one to blame. Unless you have a dog, you got no one to blame it on. Eric Rodriguez, I'll read that one for you. Not sure if you remember, but 2 years ago I asked you how to get an angel investor. Only one who asked this whole time. Grand sport. Cheers to you. How you doing over there? Do I like Irish whiskey? Yes and no. Any other whiskeys, bourbons, scotches, that's my drinks. I'll miss these days. My kids are all grown. I'm 50-50 on that. I like these days, but I also like when they're grown. Or I will like it when they're grown. They get jobs. You okay, Lily? Devin says, I'm watching you for 9 years and just want to say thank you for entertaining this long. You are truly a legend. Why, thank you. I like when you guys pay me for comments like that because I get to read them out loud and it makes me feel good, and then I got money. Like, that's a win-win. It's 2 a.m. Yeah, like usually, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch some of these comments as they scroll through here. Scrub-a-dee. Yep. Wipe. You wipe? Did you make any poop? Then wipe and then flush. That's the thing with kids that I won't miss. The not flushing thing. You walk in, you're like, hey, were you in the bathroom? Yep. Yeah, I know you were. You didn't flush. So greetings from the UK. Cheers to you. I'm going to be finishing, or the donk is getting finished. The donk, we ran into a drive shaft issue, but we have a new transmission in the donk. The guy called me up and said, like, hey, the transmission you got is out of a newer car, so you're not going to have a speedometer. I'm like, how fast do you think I'm going to go in this thing? Do you think, like, I don't even think I'm ever going to put myself in a position where I can speed. So speedometer, completely novelty in a donk. Ms. Rotten Crotch, I got this here in Montana. So the thing you got to learn about cowboy hats is you got to get them in like authentic places, but you don't go to the touristy places. Like in Vail, this thing is like $400. But I got this one at the end of the $1 Million Highway, outside of Telluride on the other side of the mountain, and this was like $100. Then I got another one. Wait, no, this is my Montana hat, not the other one I got for $100. It was a Stetson, and I got it outside at the end of the $1 Million Highway, small town. It was called like Silverton or something. But in Telluride, that hat was a couple $100. This one I got in Montana. I'm trying to remember where now. I got this in Whitefish, believe it or not. And on the main street in Whitefish was a store on the left side, and I think this was like 70 or $100, whatever it is. Like, there's a lot of options on cowboy hats, and some of them get very expensive. I just don't spend the money on them. This one, like, I wear them legitimately for like the week, and then I never wear them again. This one, hello from Pahrump, Nevada. What's up, Terry Piquette? How you doing over there? You got two things in Pahrump, and you know them both. You got a racetrack, and you got brothels. Yes, Adventure Drives is still on this year. Both of the trips are fully on schedule. From there, let's see, I've got this one. You gotta just be careful when you buy a cowboy hat that you don't spend too much, especially if it's a novelty. A lot of, like, let's just call it as it is. A lot of you white people want to go over and you show up to Vail or Denver and you're like, I need myself a cowboy hat. And they're like, sir, you look really fine. And this Stetson here is $450, and you're overspending on a hat. Like, you need the top of the line hat because you don't want to be cheap because you're in an expensive tourist destination. And you just spent way too much money on a hat you're going to wear like 3 times in your life. Same thing with cowboy boots. Same thing with other stuff that just, like, effectively for us a novelty, but for other people it's part of daily life. If you live there and you have a ranch and you're legitimately wearing the hat every day, $500, knock yourself out. You get the best of the best. But people like me, this is a this is a Stetson too, is it? No. This is an SS, a double S.
Mm-hmm. Dad, that's a nice hat.
Why, thank you.
You take a farmer in
I look like a farmer? That's good. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to make a farm.
Dad, you can't make a farm in the house.
I can't make a farm in the house, but when we have our property, I can make a farm. How's that sound?
What? We don't even store yachts to do a farm.
We need what?
We need yachts to build a farm and toys.
You need toys to build a farm. I'm going to get some of them. We need some of them.
Yeah, we're going to build a toy farm. A toy farm inside.
We will have a toy farm inside. So,
we're going to build yachts.
Brandon, kicking a farm fund.
That I used to have.
The building blocks you used to have?
No. The building that's still in our beds.
Do you want to say thank you to Brandon for the Ferretti Farm Fund? She's just eating like a snowball of Parmesan cheese with a little piece of pasta underneath. Did you eat it all? No? Almost done?
Only 3 more left to do.
Cody's saying I have a favorite because I kicked Rye upstairs. Rye is awesome. Genuinely, like, wow. I see what you're saying. Yeah, let's see, I'm just trying to catch this. Yeah, I'll give you a house project update in a second. The whole place, yeah, but I think Ryan's awesome. She's awesome. Like I remember before I had kids, I was always like, you remember that one little girl in the little dress? She's so polite, and you're like, oh, you make me want to have a kid. That's gonna be her. I've already got her dirndl. I got two. Every time I go to Europe, I bring her back dirndl, which is the like the Bavarian dresses that the women wear.
I'm eating my dinner.
She's eating her dinner, but give her the whole block. No, we gotta save the block. She needs it for tomorrow. She's gonna have more bow ties. My daughter loves. Lily, what do you like to eat?
Pasta, Parmesan cheese.
Pasta with Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, and hot cookies.
And tart cookies.
Yeah, and Oreos.
And Oreos as well. Excellent choice.
And I love riding trains.
You love what?
Riding trains.
You love riding trains?
Mm-hmm.
I love riding trains too. Who doesn't love riding trains?
Everybody loves to ride trains.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm. Including you.
Including me.
Me too. And Ryan.
And Ryan and everybody loves riding trains.
And Grandma Lisa.
And Grandma Lisa loves riding trains.
Yeah, and Grandma Susie.
And Grandma Susie loves riding trains too.
Yeah, and Grandma Bethy.
And Grandma Bethy. Everybody loves loves trains up in here.
Yeah, I do love trains.
We all love trains.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Blue Vet, I said, was being worked on. The house is cranking along. The house it's now waiting. Here's the next step. Now I got to do the radiant floors. I'm cheap. I'm hiring somebody to do the radiant floors. It's a pretty easy install, and I couldn't get radiant floors are for rich people. Like that's the only thing I can equate it to, and it's a more expensive way to heat your house, but it's really nice. Like what you're doing is you're effectively heating the floor itself, and that heat rises and warms up the room. But by heating the floor, you get you can walk on the floor barefoot or something like that, and it feels nice and warm. You don't have those cold wood or cold tiles, and it's significantly more expensive than just having an AC unit that also has heat coming through it. And when you go from the heat pump to radiant floors, you're talking, legitimate 15, 20 grand in just material costs. And now if you just get the AC unit without the heat pump, you save a couple $100, $1,000, whatever it is. There is a difference there. So for the most part, radiant floors are something that sort of knows that wealthy people spend money differently than I do, and they charge stupid numbers. Now I know there's about, just say, $12,000 worth of equipment or worth of material that I need for my radiant floors, and I've gotten quotes of 60 grand to install. I'm paying $20,000 in labor for something that's going to take just say 2 days to install in the whole house. And to me, $10,000 a day in labor seems like a lot of money. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. So I just ordered up a table saw. Yes.
I need you bring this upstairs in Mom's room.
You can bring this upstairs. So. Okay. Good night. Love you.
I'm going to story too.
A bedtime story. You might as well get one of those too. You can't go to bed without it. So I'm doing the radiant floor install because of that, because I don't want to waste $20,000 in labor. I'm okay at $4,000 in labor, $2,000 a day for 2 days. That's a lot of money, and I'm just not okay. What are you having lawyers come in from Manhattan to install my floors? No, you probably not. The thing that bothers me the most about most of the people I've hired so far to do the work on my house is probably 85% of the people that I've hired to come do the work on my house. After I hire them, they never step foot. They show up on the property, and once during the entire work, which just means I found the middleman that is actually hiring guys to do it. Now, there is value to the middleman or the guy in charge. Here's what I want you guys to do. Go do it. That's scalable, right? That guy can go do multiple things. But that means I'm adding now a layer because these guys aren't on site all day, every day. I'm adding a layer between me and the labor that's actually happening. And again, you can't just go hire the labor and expect them to know what to do. A properly skilled labor can do it without that middleman. Or you can have like a middleman that doesn't charge so much. Because that means if I'm paying $10,000 in labor, these guys are getting $25 an hour each, which is probably generous. $25 an hour each. These guys are making $1,000, and that guy's making $9,000. Susie Rottencrotch. I don't know if I caught this, if you responded earlier. Is that a Full Metal Jacket reference? My finger. Yeah, 25 an hour. I think like for like framers, I'm assuming these guys are getting 25. Like these guys are good. The guys that have been working on my site. And I remember when I hired even the framer, right? I just use my guys. I frame houses all the time. Blah, 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 blah. So I hired this framer, and you fast forward, and this guy's telling me, these are my guys. And I ask her, like, oh, this is our first time working with them. I mean, they did a phenomenal job. My house is fantastically framed. And even the one guy that was sort of like the head framer said he was starting his own business. But I've now paid somebody who then hired people he's never worked with, telling me that his guys are the best and everything like that. So yes, he was on site a couple of days, just like pointing and doing this and that. But at the end of the day, I'm paying a guy who's then paying guys who there's waste there. So I was definitely not as efficient as I can be, but I did save a lot of money by doing this build my way. Opinion on Kinchley's Tavern. Kinchley's is probably my favorite thin crust pizza in the area. Yeah, you got to buy DeWalt. So my, I see Alyssa's here. My DeWalt table saw coming, it's an 8.5 inch, was courtesy of Alyssa Di Maria, who is one of my favorite people on the planet. And if you watch, we did a $1,000 road trip, which was super fun, from Seattle down to Napa Valley when I said $1,000, in a $1,000 car. We did a road trip from, the hotels cost more than the car. We went from Seattle down to Crater Lake, down to Napa Valley in a $1,000 white door Volvo. It was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Supercar Slayer, 2:20 a.m. here in London. Please. There you are. You have your book, your good night book?
I have both.
Both of them. Okay, love you. Good night.
Good night. I'm going in Mom's room.
Go in Mom's room. You got it. Just want a friend. 3:20 here in the Netherlands. I love the Europe like representation in the live chats. It's like I get it. It's like I do my live chats sort of like after I eat dinner, when I want to have a drink and relax. And you guys are just still raging over in Europe. Now, granted, there's not a lot going on, but a lot of you guys, like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, depending on where you are. This Parmesan, which was critical for this live chat. There's a couple of different ways. Parmesan is not cheap, by the way. But there's a restaurant I like to eat, Il Gabbiano in Miami. I don't know if anyone here from Miami. 3:20 in Milan. X-rated hitman is Milan. My au pair, my ex-au pair, lived in Brescia, which is just south of Milan. That's her home airport over there. Nick from Dallas, Miami, Coconut Grove. There we go, Carson. This place called Il Gabbiano was right down the road from where I lived in Miami. And that place is boss. I love it. When you go there, they give you like, they have this giant cheese wheel. I'm like, yo, this cheese is like the best I've ever had. Where is it from? And they just break you off chunks and you just eat it. It was like $500 or $500 per wheel. That's a lot of money to spend for cheese. But I mean, granted, they get their value out of it. That's not a cheap Italian place. But it's delicious. We got some New Jersey representation. Why do you have a bag of Parmesan next to me? So, Susie, you missed. My daughter was here and she demanded Parmesan. Thank you to Brandon who funded the Parmesan endeavor. We had to provide Parmesan for the bow tie pasta. I know you're a little late in the game here if you missed that, but that went down like that. Philly, Indiana. Did I get a small business loan? Not yet. I got my $1,000, but they give you like initially it was gonna be 10 grand and then it was 1,000. So I got my $1,000, which I think means that they're going to process the rest. It's weird if they just give you $1,000 and they don't do anything. But there's such a backlog of it. We have to see what happens. So I'm crossing my fingers that I get a small business loan. I've got zero issues paying it back. Everybody's fighting for the PPP so they can not have to pay it back. I'm cool paying it back. I just want the cash to like get through all the headache that goes on for the next whatever 6-8 months. I don't care so much if they give me the money to float it. I can. It's a once in a lifetime event. If they give me the money to not have to worry about covering car payments, to covering payroll, to covering anything, pay it back. But no problem earning it in the future and getting that taken care of. But thus far, I have only gotten the 1,000. How did you help Rob get the C8? Oh, no, I don't know. I didn't watch his video on it, but I made a video on the guy who crashed, that was crashed into in the C8, Junebug on Facebook. And he reached out to me about it, and he's asking me questions about his insurance, et cetera, et cetera. How do I handle this? How do I handle that? Then he had a buyback, and I'm like, look, if you got a buyback, he's like, should I buy it back? What do you think it's worth? I'm like, I know some guys that may want to buy it. And as much as Rob and I go back and forth, Rob was the first guy that came to mind because Rob was going to buy a new one. I'm like, don't buy a new one, dude. You're going to waste a brand new car. You're going to spend $40,000, $50,000 more. Just.
Are you almost ready to come upstairs?
You're not in bed yet? No. What we got there?
It is my airplane car.
An airplane car. See the wheels. How does it fly?
So this little thing is where I would put.
Oh, that's your propeller in the front.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any wings. You have to. The propeller generates thrust to make it move, but you need wings in order for the air to go up.
Yeah,
so
this is the thing that plugs into the battery that makes the.
Well, that doesn't make the propeller spin. I get that part. But where are the wings to create the lift?
Yeah, I'm waiting on that tomorrow because Mom said it's spin. So that's why I came down here.
All right, go up to bed. I'll be up in bed, okay?
Okay, Dad.
Usually, my kids are asleep at like 8:30 when like school was actually happening, but now they've been staying up later and later. James, am I changing up the lineup of rental cars? Yeah, I'm buying 2, and 1.2 or 9.2. I don't know. I've got the guys working on it for me. And then I got to get a Ferrari and a Lamborghini. I'm probably going to stop it there. I was going to get a Rolls Royce this year. I was going to get a Rolls Royce and R8, and then a Maserati. I'll still probably get the Maserati, but the 4 cars I'll add to my current lineup: Maserati, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and a Porsche. I'm not going to go R8. I'm not going to go anything beyond that, just because I don't want to have too much overhead, just in case things don't pick up so much. So no Rolls Royce, no R8, no craziness. Crazy stories about Clinton Road from yourself or friends. Clinton Road. I don't even know what Clinton Road is. Let's see what we got here. How much longer will this all last? I'd say another 10 minutes. So. Oh, Clinton Road in Ringwood. Is that Alyssa calling it out? I don't have any. I don't think I've really driven it. If I have, I drove 202 up there, but if that's Clinton Road, then there's no really crazy stories about it. Just so it was I went to Ramapo College, so like Ringwood wasn't a popular destination for me, but I would do 202 from Mahwah to Oakland. West Milford, Passaic County. Yeah, no, it's not. No Clinton Road stories, because you know why? Because I drive all over the place, and local roads. That's a lot of driving to get to like to get to Clinton Road. I got Alyssa, Human Encyclopedia over there, looking all this stuff up. Upper Greenwood Lake. What are the different types of renters you come across? So I've got young renters, I've got old renters, got white renters, I got black renters, got women renters, I got male renters, got straight renters, got gay renters, got everybody. People that like cars, people that just want to be seen in cars, people that need a replacement car for an insurance, people need cars for movies. I got anyone who wants to exchange money for a vehicle is what I see. Got celebrities, got normal people, got people that think they're cool, got people that think they're cool. Average cost to rent, I'd say probably about $1,100 a day would be the average. I don't have much in the $1,000 range. I've got some $2,000 a day cars, got some $1,500 a day cars, and then I've got some like $500 to $700 a day cars. But I've got to fill in that gap this year. Do I think the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area has got a market? Yes and no. It's always been in my field of vision to do something over there, but I don't know if I would open up personally. Tanner's asking, this is worth a response. Do you have actual dislike for the other Rob, or just a fun rivalry? I actually like Rob. Rob and I actually get along very well. And we poke back and forth. I mean, there is this whole Alpha Rob thing that we like to trade jabs over, but I support him. I wish him nothing but the best, and I don't have any I look at people as good or bad, and I think he's a good dude. So whether we disagree on stuff or not, completely different. It's completely different than him being a bad guy. So me and him, I would say, are friends. Gotham doesn't have a Miami location now. It's always been seasonal down in Miami, and we'll probably be back down there again December through February. But I really I love Miami and I love living down there, but I resent the Miami rental car market because it's so polluted with garbage that it's almost not worth even opening up. What are you drinking today? I'm drinking a iced tea filled Glenmorangie 18. This is the extremely rare 18. And Glenmorangie is a Speyside distillery as well. And oh, it's actually a Highland distillery. I'm sorry. So Speyside is like trying to think if you guys are looking from this way. It's so in Scotland, Edinburgh is sort of like the middle. Directly above Edinburgh is Speyside. The Highlands are up in the like where the north coast region. That's where like Dalmore is, Glenmorangie. I'm trying to think of other ones that come to my head that are up in that region. But north of Inverness or Everness, a little like northeast of Skye, is the Highlands region. What do you think about Houston, Texas for exotic car rentals? I'm wearing a cowboy hat right now for a reason. But haircut incoming. I'm waiting on my clippers. Like legitimately, I bought clippers from Amazon. I'm like, oh, cool, in stock. And then it was like estimated ship date, like June 15th through the 28th. I'm like, wait, it's like March. So April, or like was April or whatever it was like months away. So then I just looked the other day and I got another one that was coming. I got another set of clippers that should be here next week. So I'm going to try, I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to do the slick back if I can get enough growth here. It's just too tall to spike now, which is how I usually wear it. But if it doesn't go much longer, I won't be able to do like say Razor Ramon, like everyone's my age and they used to watch wrestling. But I'll just go the straight like Miami slick Rick drug dealer guy. But we'll see what happens. There's a decent question. Did see our chat on Instagram. Let's see here. Instagram. Nope, I don't have anything from Melissa on Instagram. Sitting around Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 100,000 is not business. You need, let's just say, 300,000 to start a rental company. If I were to put a number on it, and the reason for that is because you need at least like 2 cars, so that's 2 down payments. That's a little bit of a build out. That's equipment cost. That's a month or 2 of salary for the for like whoever you hire. You're going to keep costs low. I mean, there's ways to get into it. And then you need a reserve if anything happens. You need insurance payments. So you're gonna, and you need down payments for the cars. You're gonna instantly. You need some reserves if the business doesn't take off as quickly as you want. You need marketing expenses. But are you into Islay Scotch, Ardbeg, or like? I'm not into the peaty scotches. Ardbeg is very peaty. That peaty is like a very fireplace tasting scotch, and I'm not really into that stuff. I'm into the lighter, smoother scotches. I'm good with like even like a Johnny Walker Gold or something like that, which is a very smoky whiskey, blended whiskey. I'm good with that like winter time, but I don't drink that in the summer, if that makes sense. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to any of this or just me, but that's how I roll. JJ Pearson. Hey, how are you? I like the NSX Vet video. I agree. That NSX Vet video definitely riled up some of the NSX guys. This guy's a loser. Oh, clickbait, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, it's my opinion. Like, I've always seen this car, and I think NSX right out the bat. And you can say it all you want, but, like, to claim, oh, well, this is like a 918 for a fraction of the cost. I'm like, whatever you got to say to feel good about yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it. It's your money. You want to go out and spend $200,000 on that car. I'm just saying it's nothing like the old NSX. I'm not saying the NSX, the NC1, whatever the hell it's called, isn't like a decent car. Would I want to own it out of warranty? Probably not. Would I want to buy one new? Probably not. Is it sort of fun to drive? Yes, in a boring way. Would it be better if it was all motor? I'd be much more attracted to it if it was an all motor car. I don't think it looks really bad. But if it was an all motor, maybe manual car, maybe with a Targa or convertible top, I think it would be a better option. Right now, it's just a hard top. It's like they came out with it and the platform had the ability to be modded, and they just sort of left it to die because it didn't do very well, in my opinion. Paul Walker, I think you're talking about maybe Cody Walker, his brother, or I think Meadow is her name, is his daughter. But yeah, I mean, I may do something with Cody at some point in time. I've talked to him. Like he's not really into the. He's a car guy. He's got an S2000 that he tracks, but is not like he's not a YouTube personality or anything like that. Then Meadow, I've never spoken a word to her, so I don't know, but she's like getting out there on social media and trying to turn him up. Maybe I'll do something with her. Yeah, there's one thing I don't like, and that's facial hair. So, all right, guys, I'm going to start wrapping this up. I thank you all for joining me. I wish you a happy Friday night. I'm glad you guys jumped on. I'll probably do a Saturday upload because I've got one and I want to go up tomorrow. That's the one about the guy screwing me on the Bentley seat ECU. But yeah, I'm glad you guys all joined me. I hope you have a good Friday night. I hope you poured a drink for yourself if you were there joining me. Thank you guys for jumping on. Thank you, Alyssa, for doing the Googling and fact checking. Thanks for putting up with my kids popping in and cameoing every couple of minutes. And I will catch you next Friday, about same bat time, same bat channel. It's pretty good, right? It was a good wink. See you later. Take care.